You know, there's something that actually like helps fuel someone stepping into forgiveness. Like there's like a critical element like that, like cars need gas and forgiveness needs this thing to take place. And the majority of people actually try stepping into forgiving someone without it, like without it. So hear me out. Let's say someone does something bad. That would be the traumatic event of what they did, right? Now, that traumatic event makes you feel a certain way. Like, man, you treated me like garbage. I feel like garbage. Well, something can happen in that moment where you actually start to feel that how you feel is actually who you are. Like you start to believe that maybe I am garbage, okay? That's the real trauma. We don't really recognize that a lot. We think the event was the thing that you're carrying with you. No, the conclusion you walked away with that you've been carrying around for 2+ decades. That's the thing that's been messing you up the most, right? So like walking away from a traumatic event, but believing that you are garbage will affect just about every area of your life. How you see yourself, how you see others, how you see opportunity, how you see bad circumstances, how you see God, how you see the world around you. All of it is affected by that worldview. Now, how easy is it or how hard is it to love garbage? Like for yourself, right? So it's really hard to love something that you believe is garbage. So instead of having self-love, you end up having self-hatred. Now, hatred, right, doesn't fuel forgiveness, right? Forgiving is an act of love, not an act of hate. We see that with Jesus on the cross, forgiving us while we were still sinners, while we were still enemies, while we were still hostile toward him. And, forgiveness is an act of love, but if all you have is self-hate, and I can't give you what I don't have. So if I don't even have self-love for myself, like love your neighbor as yourself. Well, Christ, if I hate myself, man, it's really hard to step into forgiveness. So it has to be love. It's a love decision, right? And starting with yourself, and then something that once you have it for yourself, right, then you can give it out to other people. Again, you can't give out what you don't have. And so instead of going back to the traumatic event, like we oftentimes want the person who did the traumatic event to like fix that. Like you can't fix the past, and there's really nothing they can really do to change that, right? We need to go back to the conclusion, right? So if you walked away starting to believe that you are garbage, you've got to go to that original conclusion and replace that with the truth. And it takes some reps over time, but that's the place. That's the place where you're going to experience healing, where you can finally go through life and realize, dang, that's not who I am, and that's not who I was created to be. And then self-love starts to naturally take place.